Good morning. My name is Noel Livingston. I'm the Incident Commander for Pacific Northwest Team 3. I wanted to give you a quick update. We just completed our morning shift briefing. Resources headed out to the line. So I'm going to repeat some of the things we emphasized to those folks and give you an update on fire status today. For starters, Pacific Northwest Team 3, a little bit about us. We're a Type 1 incident management team out of the Pacific Northwest, Oregon and Washington. Traveled Monday and Tuesday, and then had the opportunity yesterday to shadow with Rocky Mountain Team 6 and transition command of the incident this morning at 0600. So as of 0600 this morning, PNW 3 has the reins on both East Troublesome and East Troublesome Fire. So I'll give you a quick rundown to make sure you can see this in the map as you can. So I'll start with Williamsport first, and then focus on East Troublesome second, which obviously is the most active. Williamsport yesterday was relatively quiet again, as it has been for the last several days. Primarily activity involved maintaining some structure protection in the very southeast corner of the fire, down below Jones Pass. That's been going on for a number of days. That continued yesterday, will continue again today. And then what's been called the spot fire on this northeast corner that we've been keeping an eye on, primarily aviation resources dropping some water. That again will continue today as we work to keep that in check on that. It's more of a, it's mostly on an easterly aspect. Not a lot of fire activity, although we did start to see a little bit more smoke in there, but not a lot of fire growth. So that will be a priority for us from an aviation perspective. We have folks watching it. Then we certainly have the line in place should we need to burn that going forward. Don't anticipate that for today. On East Troublesome Fire, obviously yesterday was a significant fire day. We saw about 20 miles of fire growth over the course of the afternoon and throughout the night, which equated to about 100,000 acres of additional fire activity, again, over that same time period. The fire essentially responded to available fuels. You can see where the fire spread occurred. It was primarily in those timbered aspects in the difficult terrain north of Granby and north of Grand Lake, as it spread essentially to and into the Rocky Mountain Park. An amazing, really, amount of fire spread yesterday. A couple things, as I mentioned, drove that. One was fuels in the higher elevation timber stands with the beetle killed down dead material. Extremely dry conditions, low relative humidities that had been forecast, and then obviously some wind element that pushed that fire through those available fuels. Throughout the day and then throughout yesterday evening, we worked closely with the Sheriff's Office and local emergency responders, local fire departments, to focus on primarily evacuations and then secondarily on structure protection in the communities and the scattered private parcels that were impacted across this southeastern corner of the fire. Further to the west, the lines that we had in place held. We'll be focused on those again today, and we worked to get additional dozer line as we have been for the last several days, but that work continued last night to get dozer line in to the north of the Highway 40 corridor. And it sounds like that was successful overnight. We'll continue to focus on that today. So today's mission is going to be on life safety. It's going to be on evacuations and ensuring that people are out of the way of future fire growth. And it's going to be on protection of communities and protection of structures and residents that are currently at risk. Unfortunately, today is another fire day. We have forecasted high winds coming in this afternoon with a cold front passage. We have, again, forecasted dry conditions, and we obviously still have a lot of available fuel that this fire continue to spread in. So we anticipate another day of large fire growth. We're working with local communities, the wildland and structure agencies across